Hey, welcome to the channel. I am musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We are in the 2025 album from Jon Bellion called Father Figure. This is track number 9, Kid Again. Let's give it a listen, maybe make a few comments, and then we'll dive a little deeper into the lyrics on the other side. Sound is so fresh. It is kind of funny though, dude. I just can't explain it. I'm sorry, you're probably getting annoyed if you've been watching all these videos. I cannot wrap my mind around why this album and the way he is conducting this music is just, there's something, the smoothness, the muted nature of it, yet there's like so much power behind it. It's so polished, and yet it's still the Jon Bellion freewheeling style. Again, I was going to comment on this. What is she singing? The Light. Where's it at? Yeah, she's singing Light, but it sounds like she's going la, like la. You'll notice it again. I can't help it. All I can see is the face of the person singing it is like la. But even that, like, I don't know. It's blowing me away, dude. I could do anything. I am a kid again. I could do anything. Wake up! Can't you say it took away your pride? Wake up! Can't you say it took away your life? Wake up! Can't you say it took away the vibe? I just got hands on my ball. I don't even care if I fall. I don't even care if I fall. Fuck it! Wake up! Oh my love, what happened to your life? Wake up! What happened to your life? I am a kid again. I can do anything. I am a kid again. I can do anything. Oh my love, what happened to your life? What happened to your life? Wake up! I am a kid again. Wake up! I can do anything. Wake up! I am a kid again. I can do anything.
What happened to your life?
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
I am a kid again. I could do anything. I am a kid again. I could do anything.
Okay. There are two thoughts going through my mind. The first is just the idea of this song. I'm a kid again. I could do anything. It does sound like just this renewal in Jon's heart, mind that has overflowed into his music. Dude, I don't know why. Gosh. I don't know why this song or this album there's no reason for me to be emotional right now. There's just something special in this for me. But I love that idea of this feeling, this renewal in him. Like, even with music, I can do anything, you know? And he's just flexing all of his style on this album. The other thing is not quite as deep and meaningful. If he was going to continue to say, wake up, I can't be the only one that wanted to be like, put on a little makeup. I don't think you trust in my... Okay, System of a Down. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's go take a look. Check out what Jon had to say. Kid Again marks Bellion's debut single as the sole controller of his music. Really? Revealed in the behind-the-scenes YouTube video, The Making of Kid Again, which we'll get into all in due time on Patreon. Lots of making of content still to come with Jon. Bellion confirmed that after being bound for 6 years, his contract had been reversed, which returned the rights and creative control of his own music. Interesting. Maybe this, because there's a lot of reference to his, like, wrote a song a day for 6 years. But there was another reference in a song about waiting for 6 years and his like wife waiting through that period with him. Wonder if it's really speaking to this. Because I don't think it mentioned it in the annotations we read for that. This 6 years of being bound. Jon Bellion has reclaimed his masters and is making a powerful comeback, teasing his new song Kid Again, while offering a glimpse into his creative process. It's clear he's returning to music with full force, baby. I wanted Kid Again to be the only song on the album that sort of nods to my older music. Something that felt like some Jon stuff, but like still grumpier and more mature. Yes, I'm picking up on that. The response has been incredible. Means a lot to me because of what it represents. So thanks. I am curious, and I was going to point it out in the song, but, you know, I try to be careful about how much I interrupt. I want to hop back over for a second, because in the beginning of the song, it sounded like... You hear that? Boom, boom. That one. I don't know. I could be off my rocker here. I don't know. It 100%. I'm not saying this just because I read what that said. I wouldn't even be able to put my finger on it, so maybe you can help me in the comments. But that little sound sounded like something from one of his older albums. So, I don't know. Help me in the comments, or maybe I'm wrong and he just meant like in totality this song kind of resonated back. But immediately when I heard that, I was like transported back. But I didn't have enough knowledge about maybe where it would come from to warrant talking about it. The Meaning of Kid Again by Jon Bellion is a celebration of Jon's record contract being reversed, therefore giving him control over his masters and produced music. In The Making of Kid Again, video leading up to the song's release, Jon talks about using artificial intelligence to mimic a younger version of himself, telling his older self to wake up and asking what happened to your light. This song is metaphorically and literally, due to an AI version of Jon's younger voice, him feeling and singing like a kid again, now that he has control over his masters and musical career again, able to do anything without record label interference. I did not fully pick up on that. Hold on. Guys, we're just, free falling in this one. Let's hop back over here for a second.
Open my eyes. I am a kid again. I could do anything. I am a kid again. I am a kid again. I could do anything. Oh my love, what happened to your life?
Wake up, wake up,
What happened to your life? I am a kid again. I could do anything. I am a kid again. I could do anything. Oh my love, what happened to your life?
That's it. I can see it now. I mean, I just assumed Jon was using effects to achieve whatever sound he wanted to achieve, but you can hear it like kind of like less mature voice. Still amazing. I mean, Jon's been an incredible singer since from the first mixtape. I loved it. Singing L-I-F-E, L-I-F-E. I love that song. But now, yeah, I can hear that. That's so fun. So there's a lot. I think that's a cool thing too of music. There's so much like, it's not necessarily subliminal. What would you call it? And I don't think it'd be like auditory response, but in a way it's like a subliminal. There's something in the background or something going on with it that like you pick up inside, even if you can't necessarily put words to it or understand like why it invokes a certain emotion or makes you feel a certain way. But he fully knows what he was doing. That's cool. September 17th, 2024, Jon updated his social media profiles to have solid scarlet red as the profile images, deleted every post, and unfollowed everyone except the Beautiful Mind Records account on each respective platform. That is why in all of these Genius listings, it'll be like Jon tweeted, because obviously years ago, Twitter, X or whatever, still popular, but kind of in a certain stream. But there was a time that it was a very, very popular platform for most everybody. And so that's probably why when you go to click on any of his stuff, you can't ever find it because obviously he deleted it all. That's so interesting. We are like connecting a lot of stuff here. Later that day, sharing on X a screenshot of a note on his phone. Let's see if this link works. Yes. Let's see if... Oh, I can't click that link. Not only is the song title edited into the Notes app screenshot... Oh, okay, yeah, right there in the back. But the link... Thank you for giving me the link. Dang it. Within took fans to a website that looped a 14-minute documentary covering the song's creation in a similar style to his other behind-the-scenes videos. Snippets of the song and its various stages of production are shown throughout. That's so cool. This is all the first detailed tease since his appearance on the Jon Bellion's return episode of The George Janko Show, which was released on May 2024. Since then, he had canceled his highly anticipated The Drop concert on August 19th at the Grammy Museum because he wanted to perform more new music and instead used the time to make it. Wow. See, I had no idea any of that stuff was going on. Okay, and there are music video, or that's a lyric video. We'll keep getting into all that extra content over on Patreon. All right, let's take a look here. I'm free when I'm underneath your light, jaded, and then you opened up my eyes. I'm a kid again. I can do anything. I wonder, is he speaking about God here or his old self? Yeah, Bellion's speaking to a higher power, admitting feeling the presence of Yah. Oh, short for Yahweh. Yes, meaning God in Hebrew. Short flash of text in the making of Kid Again behind-the-scenes YouTube video further backs up the theory that Bellion's creative process is driven by a higher power. So yeah, I'm free when I'm underneath your light. I was jaded, then you opened up my eyes, and now I'm a kid again. Part of that definitely speaks to the idea of being like a childlike faith, And with that comes a renewal of just life, you know, a lightness and a peace. It's wild in the west. It's wild in the west. There's wolves at night. But you say the word, this dog gonna bite. I'm a kid again. It's wild in the west. Yep. There are no annotations for this. So I don't know if he's trying to speak to something in the music industry. I don't know if he's trying to speak to like the West, just as far as our nation, because of course, our nation, it's been pretty wild. Obviously the last several years, I mean forever, but a lot of political tension and things in the last several years. So it's wild in the West. There's wolves at night. You say the word, this dog gonna bite. And I think he probably means in the sense of like making music, you know, at least that's what it speaks to me, because if he's talking about this taking control of his career, of feeling like he wants to make music, release his own music. So when you say the word, like I'm going after it type thing is what it speaks to me. Oh, my love, what happened to your light? And as he said, it's kind of this conversation with himself, right? Unless he's still speaking of, you know, God speaking to him, my love, what happened to your light? Because there is in the book of Revelation, you know, revelation just means a revealing of things. And so you have the disciple John, who's on a penal colony for sharing the gospel, the island of Patmos. And so he's exiled there, and then he sees this vision of a glorified Jesus, not like Jesus on the cross, not like Jesus washing your feet, like, you know, eyes of fire, feet of bronze. Even when he sees him, it says, I fell at his feet as if I were dead. Like that was his only response, was just the amazing thing that he saw, this glorified Jesus. He was just like, you know, like, oh gosh, you know, we're not worthy. And so the whole point there, though, in the book of Revelation at the beginning is letters that are being written to these churches, and commending some of them. And then for others, it's a rebuke. And one of the ones that he says is, I see all these good things you've done. I see all your works, but this I hold against you. You've forsaken your first love. So it's like you got all busy about doing church, doing the religious thing. And this is the call to every Christian and every church. It's so easy to get misguided. You get so busy over here that it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's remember what this is all about. You forgot your first love. It's about you and me. It's about you being my son or my daughter, and you loving me and having affection for me. And that's why we follow Jesus, okay? It's not because somebody said, it's because we encounter him. His love fills our life, and we go, how could I not follow you? It's the same thing as a good father. Even though a good father exercises discipline, a good father shows a crazy amount of love. And it makes a kid go, yeah, I want to follow you, Dad. Like, and it's not always easy, right? We got to work things out. People make their own decisions. But ultimately, there's a reciprocating love. And so it could be speaking to that, like, my love, what happened to your light? What happened to that innocence, that passion? And now you say, I'm a kid again. Light. I can do anything. Light. Probably this seeing of light, but also the light that is within him that's burning bright, and also this lightness, you know, that he feels. And it really wouldn't surprise me if he is speaking about God here, because he goes right into here. I feel the Yah back in control. I feel the Yah back in my soul. I feel Yahweh back in control. I feel Yahweh back in my soul. Sun creeping all up in the window. I lift it open. Let the wind blow on me. God go before me like a pistol. Shoot me to the stars. Away we go. You know, I wouldn't surprise me as well, man. I mean, it's a deeply spiritual song, a deeply Christian song, ultimately, if he's talking about Yahweh. But in the scriptures, the Holy Spirit is referred to sometimes as wind. Not that he is wind, but that he operates like wind. You can't see him, but you can feel his effects. And in the book of Acts, after Jesus had ascended into heaven, before they're getting ready to go out into the world and preach the gospel, they're told to wait because they're going to receive a gift, the gift of the Holy Spirit. And when he appears, it's like a mighty rushing wind, is what it says. They heard the sound as if a mighty rushing wind that came into the room where they were all praying. And so, you could be speaking in a sense to this as well. Like, if Yah is back in control, Yah is back in my soul, the sun is creeping in my window. Could be S-U-N, sun. Could also be a nod to S-O-N, sun. So I lift it open. Like, you can come in. You're welcome here. And I let the wind blow. Dude, come on. Right? Come blow on my life. Breathe on me. Wake up. Can't you see they took away your pride? Wake up, can't you see they took away your life? Wake up, can't you say they took away the vibe? Oh, this is so heartbreaking. I've consumed a lot of Jon Bellion in a fairly short amount of time. And we started all the way back at his mixtapes. On Patreon, we've gone further back than his mixtapes. We've gone to unreleased tracks, SoundCloud type stuff. And so I've seen a large period of Jon's life in a short amount of time. And and we're still in like the making of videos from his mixtapes. And so you still see this young guy, passionate, talented. And a lot of times record labels, and you can put this in all kinds of arenas of life, people will take advantage of you, not for your best interest. They will use you. And yet all along, they'll try to make you think they're not using you. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's hurtful. And so it's like this more mature, and I Jon and I are probably pretty close in age. Hold on. Or is he like 30? He's 34. Okay, I'm 37. We're very close in age. And I've experienced some of the same things, right? I've been bit by people, dude. I've been taken advantage of, and yet all the while they're like, "Oh no, we're for your best interest." And as you get more mature, you try not to get cynical, but you do become wise, hopefully. And so you begin to see, you're like, what the crap, dude? You start to realize how screwed up people have been, man. And you also realize the times that you really missed it and got it wrong as well, and yet you thought you were doing right. And so it's heartbreaking, to think back to that younger man of Jon, and it's like this feeling, right, that the labels took away his pride, and like the pride in his gift, the confidence. Can't you see they took away your life? Can't you see they took away the vibe? What happened to you? I just got to answer my call. I don't even care if I fall. I don't even care if I fall. Wake up. See, that's it. It's like, this might not work out because there is something, right? That's how people take advantage of you, because you have a desire to accomplish something. They're like, I can help you get there. You're not going to get there on your own. We'll give you the money. We'll put you in touch with the right people. And sometimes people are sincere. And that is the route forward, and it works out, and it's wonderful and beautiful. Sometimes, maybe more often, it's not. People take advantage. And so the thing for him is like, I have to answer this call. I have to get out there and create, and I'm going to do it my way. And I don't care if I fall, because I got to wake up. Oh, my love, what happened to your light? Okay, it goes back into this. Oh, dude, this song is going to be, because now I'm so glad we take this look into the lyrics. It's so meaningful, and we can all draw meaning out of it, right? We can all draw meaning out of that idea of like, wake up. Is there a piece of you I don't know, you know, we need these voices in our life, and I don't know, I want to speak to you. Like, whoever's listening to this, is there a piece of you that has died off, that needs to wake up, that needs to step into the light, that needs to be renewed? Man, life is not always easy. There's a lot of crappy stuff, man. People lie and they take advantage and they hurt, and the world's confusing. But life is beautiful. And just like in the previous song, when he talks about, you know, like people who are really famous longing for regular life, Tums on the table when you're 65, husband and wife, hard stuff, babies and dishes and all those things. There's a beauty and a joy in the regular things of life, but also there are things within you, principles, dreams, desires, that it's like, man, maybe right now, just let it stir in you. Listen to this song and let it wake you up. Let it call some things into the light. You know, and from my perspective, personally, I would propose, as John is as well, is it's found in Yah, right? That the one who created us knows us best. First, knowing his love helps us see things more clearly, gives us our purpose and our validation. That you don't have to go seek it in everyone else. First, let him validate you, and then take the gifts he's put in your hands and go put them to work. And that can look like a lot of different things, but that's all I was thinking about, you know, when I was like, man, when I listen to this song from now on, like, I'm just going to let it be that call to me. Wake up. Keep going after. Be that kid again. So, well, thanks for being with me for this one. Let me know your thoughts on the song in the comments. I hope this has been encouraging for you. I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.